introduction to this program is what I just did by the sign of the cross. By making the sign of the cross, realize that I mentioned one name, but I mentioned three different names, so to say. In the sign of the cross, you say in the name, they mentioned three different people. Why is that? How is that? This morning, I want to reflect with you on this great mystery called Holy Trinity. As you know, tomorrow will be marked as Trinity Sunday. And every Trinity Sunday, we go back again to ponder, to reflect on the great mystery of this God that you and I worship. We try to get some more glimpse of him, of what he means to us, of how we can relate to him more or better. So today, we look at the Holy Trinity, which is a mystery. As we know, we had Easter, when Jesus himself, the Son of God, came to show us the love of God. He died for us. And through that, our sins have been washed away, not only for a week, not only for a year, but forever. Forever and ever we are free. And so because of Jesus' death, now when we sin, we are sure that God has forgiven us if we ask for it. And then as you also know, just last week, we marked what we call the Pentecost event, Pentecost Sunday, 50 days after Easter. And what did we celebrate? The Holy Spirit. So we have had time to celebrate the Son's participation in our world. Now we have had time to celebrate the Spirit's participation in our world, the world of Christianity. A week after that, Holy Church wants us to look at this whole great mystery, which includes the Son, the Spirit, and the Father, who is the beginning of all these great wonders of our faith. So they call it Holy Trinity. Trinity Sunday, or the Holy Trinity, is one of the feasts of the church, which has no historical basis. Easter, Passover has a historical background. Pentecost has a historical background. But Trinity has no historical background. It's an issue of faith. So it is one of those celebrations of feast of faith. Usually you have the feast of history and the feast of faith. So today's topic comes under what we call the feast of faith. What has not happened physically in our world, yet through the eyes of faith, we have come to realize and we accept it as God's truth. So Holy Trinity, we call it a mystery. A mystery because it is too much for us to understand. I guess some few times you yourself, you have sat down and thought of certain issues in the scriptures to ask some questions. And then you realize that your mind goes round and round, there's no progress. Because you are not getting the answers. It's just a sign that, look, you are human. You can't understand God fully. There is a lovely story, famous story, let's say it, of St. Augustine walking by the beach. We are told that he was taking a walk along the seashore. And as Augustine was walking, he was thinking of this mystery called Trinity. So he said he was so tired of it. He wanted to take a walk and hoping that after some time of leisure, he can get God very better and understand God much better. We are told as he walks down there at the beach, he saw a little child. And then he was so a bit curious, he stopped to watch this girl. The girl was holding a little cup. She runs to the sea, fetches some water from the sea, runs back into a small hole that she has dug in the sand, and then pours it in. In and out, the girl was going and coming. Augustine was moved. So he got closer to this girl and asked her, "What are you trying to do? What are you doing?" The little girl replied, "I'm trying to fetch the sea, empty it, and put it inside this hole." Augustine said, "What? You want to empty this sea into this hole? It's not possible. You are wasting your time, little girl. Stop and go home." We are told that the girl looked up at Augustine and replied, "And you, a man, with your small head, don't you understand who God is?" Then she vanished. Augustine realized that he is a human being and cannot understand God fully. He accepted it and moved on with his life. My dear friends, the mystery of God tells us that sometimes certain issues of life are beyond us. The best way to overcome them is to move on. If you spend time trying to understand what really happened, why this happened, why that happened, you make no progress. Sometimes the best answer, the best option is to move on and leave that to God. So Trinity is such a thing like this. It is God, but we human beings can't understand him. Basically, we define a Trinity as three persons in one God. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. And that's why when we started, I made the sign of the cross. I didn't say the names of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In English, you say that is wrong. Because in English, 1, 2, 3 is plural. So it should be names. But the logic of faith says it's wrong. 1, 2, and 3 plural is still single. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. You see, faith has even put English aside. Because we have come to know that this one God is made up of three persons: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. How do we know that God is a triune God, is Trinity? We are told in Matthew chapter 28, verses 19, that Jesus made this statement: "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptize them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and teach them to observe all that commands I gave you." That was Jesus' words to his apostles when he was about to leave this world. It was Jesus Christ himself who revealed to us that he is a triune God. He is part of the Trinity, Blessed Trinity. So this knowledge of the Trinity is not a man-made mystery. It's not a man-made conception. It is something that came from God himself. The Son, Jesus, revealed to us that his God is the Father. He is the Son, and the Spirit also. So Holy Trinity comes from God himself. The only issue is that understanding it perfectly, as you understand what is diffusion in science, as you understand whatever in maths or English, is the issue. My dear friends, let's try to do some few more explanations on this same topic of the Trinity. God the Father is God the Father not because he's the oldest, not because he is the strongest, not because he's the most powerful among the three persons in one God, but because he's God the Father. He has no beginning. He has no beginning. He is unbegotten. That's why he's the Father. God the Son is God the Son not because he is the second most powerful person in the Trinity. No. He's God the Son because he is begotten of the Father. He's 100% God as God the Father. They are equal in power and majesty. And God the Holy Spirit is not God the Holy Spirit because he's the third most powerful God. No. He's the same God. He's equally powerful, strong as God the Father, God the Son, because it's the same person, it's the same God. It's the same God in three persons. Sometimes you have tried to explain with physical things in this world, which are wrong. I'll use just one. I'll have to say that my example is not correct. Because any example you use is still incorrect. You know. So don't take my example as a perfect something. It's like, whatever example should I give are like, but not correct. Let's take, for instance, in a play, in a sketch, in a drama, one particular person playing three different roles. In one sketch, in one drama, on stage, he appears in the beginning as somebody. In the course of the play, the person dress up and appears and play another role. And then in the end, the person comes up again in another dress and plays another role. The same person playing 3 different roles. The same person. It's not 3 persons. It's not 3 gods. You see, this is what we mean. As I said, this example doesn't qualify what you call Trinity. I'm just trying to explain, but my explanation is still wrong. It's not perfect. We are trying to understand it, but we can't understand it all. I pray that God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit will help us to accept this great mystery. Not because we are humans, but because He created us in His own image. And that the Trinity, which is united, may families be united, may parents, may the father, the mother, the children of a family, which forms even the Trinity in itself, may they also be united. May the love of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit form the base of love in our families, in our churches. With the Holy Trinity, which we shall continue to worship. This God, beyond human understanding, help us to still move on in life, and when we fail to understand what is happening to us. God understands, and God receives. God bless you.